Hey, this is Politics with Laura, and I got a good one for you today. You know, I thought I would never see this man ever again, at least for a long time. Mike Pence. He just popped out of nowhere. You know how you're watching a movie and there's nothing on a movie, everything is just clear. And then all of a sudden, something just comes up right in front of you. That's Mike Pence. He thinks that women should have all their rights stripped away. And as you see my title, I'm talking about Michael Pence abords the ship. Just reading between the lines. Uh, YouTube is extremely political, so I have to be careful what I say. Politics is heavily in the YouTube algorithm, so go figure. So let's go ahead and get next to this article. This is just too much. Yes, Mike Pence says stripping women's rights away is important than midterm gains. Wow. Um, you want to know who I blame? I blame the left. This would not even be an issue if things didn't go so way over, I'm sorry, way over to the left until you can't go anymore. And I say that because, okay, I say this because um, politics has gotten so contentious, so outrageous, to the point to where when you push 1 inch, the other side is going to push back 2 inches. It's tit for tat, going back and forth. And the only ones who are left in the wind are the constituents. And then, even then, some of us push back into that stupid back and forth tit for tat stuff. And guess what? Politicians, they go home and they don't care at all because they eat their steak dinner while we're out here fighting amongst each other, tit for tat, back and forth, all that dumb stuff. You have to keep in mind that this is all theater. We are participants in a play. All right, let's go over this. So this is what he believes that it's more important. So, former President Mike Pence says he believes implementing a national aboard the ship ban and continuing the conservative fight for restrict bodily autonomy for women is profoundly more important than short-term politics. Wow. The comments came in an interview with Real Clear Politics, during which Pence argued or urged his fellow Republicans not to shrink from the fight after some GOP's legislators distanced themselves from an effort by South Carolina Senate Lindsey Graham, good old Lindsey, to implement a national aboard the ship ban. Some Republicans are wary that a push for a federal ban could galvanize a pro-choice voters in the November midterm, and the cost them highly contested legislation seats. So So, Pence is like, he's like, look, I really don't care too much about the Senate or the seats. What needs to be done is to strip the rights away of women. Um, okay, you know that's not going to work, Mr. Pence. It's not going to work. It's like when people work hard to come out of the closet. You think they're going to go back in because someone doesn't like it? Just as where women had a freedom to aboard the ship, and now you're saying no. No, you can't aboard the ship. You have to stay on the ship. And you have to stay on there because Republicans say so. Or not all Republicans, but Mike Pence says so. Lindsey Graham says so. And it's going to be very interesting to see how you can pull this off and still get voters. So if you are if you're not concerned with midterm elections, if you're not concerned with the winning, then how can you have this plan if you don't have people to see it through? It's not a well thought out plan, and I gotta say it's one of the most bonehead things I ever heard any politician say. And I gotta say there were some really out there things, and I think one of the far out ones was AOC with green gas emissions and trying to ban cows from farting. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And just the fact that she was serious about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, I need to drink some coffee after this video. But that is his ban. And the Republicans, or shall I say certain Republicans, are pushing back on it. And now it is just a contentious fight when it comes to aborting the ship. Very interesting. I don't know what they're going to do, but I just thought that was quite interesting. And tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think it's going to work? Because they're trying to do it down there in was it North Carolina where Lindsey Graham is? Or do you think it's really going to fall on its face and it's still going to being able to get off the ship or to aboard the ship? Do you still think that there is some place to where you could dock and do it? Or do you have a certain amount of time? Well, tell me what your thoughts are. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.